Welcome to the Family Geekery Podcast, a podcast for geeks from a family of geeks. We talk about comics, video games, and anything else geeky. I'm Amber.
And I'm Chris.
And today, we have no Danny. She's busy. That's okay.
Danny-less.
Yeah. But instead, joining us today are Wolverine and Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, we figured if Danny was going to be here, we'd talk about a character named Kitty.
Oh, we're taking all the kitties away from Danny.
She'll understand.
Yeah, she's got her own kitty.
Yeah, we're talking about Wolverine and Kitty Pryde, a comic that came out in 2025. Limited series. We read the first issue together. But I think we should explore a tiny bit into who Kitty Pryde is, too, because everybody knows Wolverine. But before we do that... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You try.
Geeky Weeks, Geeky Weeks.
Nice.
Is that good enough?
I think a little high-pitched, but yeah.
Geeky Weeks, Geeky Weeks. Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
So you want to kick it off? Talk about your Geeky Week?
Sure, if I can remember anything geeky that I did. I have been organizing magic cards for a good portion of my week. Got a big collection to go through. So, I'm trying my hardest to sort and not get discouraged when I find a new box of cards that appear out of nowhere that is unsorted.
Where'd those come from?
You think you get them all, and then you find something that is full of random cards, and then a new set comes out, and you've got more new cards to incorporate into your already struggling organization process. So, that's been taking up a lot of my time. But it's kind of relaxing in a way. Just kind of put on some music, chill. So yeah. That's it.
Just organizing?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing a little bit of video games, but not a whole lot.
Sounds like work.
Yeah.
You need to reevaluate your life choices.
Probably.
Prioritize more time for having fun. But I guess that you said that was
it's kind of
somewhat fun for you.
Yeah. It's the only non-relaxing part is when I find stuff right after I put everything away and think I'm done.
All right.
What about you?
Let's see. I've had a pretty geeky week in all aspects of geekdom. Watched a couple movies.
Oh.
Yeah, found some time to go to the theater now that I'm not traveling this week.
I remembered something.
You saw something. What? Go ahead and throw it right in there.
Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 came out.
I have no idea what that means.
Watched Markiplier play that.
Oh, okay.
It's like Huggy Wuggy. You know, the big blue guy. You'll see him at the mall. Like little plushes of him.
Okay.
It's like a game that is not meant for kids, but kids love it. It's like, you know, it's like the successor to Five Nights at Freddy's in like mascot horror.
Okay.
Video games. But anyways, Chapter 5 came out, and I watched Markiplier play it, and it was kind of mid. Not as exciting as the other installments of the game have been, but I guess not everything can be a hit. Not everything can be FNAF.
That's true. It would be a strange world if it was.
Yeah. But anyways, you mentioned movies, and then I thought about Iron Lung, which made me think of Markiplier. But I still haven't seen Iron Lung. It's on my list. I want to see it.
Okay.
All right, now I'm done.
I can take you. That'll give me an excuse to go see it.
Yeah.
But you got to be quick. Movies are dropping out of theaters so quickly. Like there was like 3 on my list that just disappeared.
He said because he streamed it, and it was like, you know, a couple days ago. He said that it's still in the theaters at select locations, so it might be gone where we are, but he's working on a digital release right now.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the opportunity to go to the theater a couple times. The first movie I saw was called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Have you heard of that?
No, but they should have called it GLHF.
And don't forget the don't die part. That's probably the most important part of the movie. But this movie, it's just stellar. It was amazing. And
I've never heard of it.
And the lead actor in it, Sam Rockwell, which you
I know him.
You know from Iron Man 2.
I know from White Lotus.
Okay.
I think.
If he doesn't get some kind of award for this movie, then the awards are broken. Because it was just an amazing movie. Just awesome all the way around. And like you said, you probably never heard of it. Had a good premise to it. I saw like a preview for it once, and it popped up in the theater, and I went and saw it, and I 100% recommend.
Is it funny?
It is.
Because he's like a funny guy, right?
He's a funny guy. Yeah, it's definitely funny.
Okay.
And some of the funniest / shocking moments in cinema history.
Does he talk about ladyboys at all?
No.
Because that's a major plot point of his character in White Lotus.
Well, I'm glad that wasn't included in this movie.
It takes place in Thailand.
Okay.
So.
This takes place in L.A.
Okay.
I was about to say San Francisco, but it was definitely L.A. But yeah, great movie. And then I also saw Crime 101.
Never heard of that either.
What
are these movies you're seeing?
This is a pretty big one. It's got some big names. It's got Thor.
Okay.
It's got the Hulk. It's got Storm. And it's got the Riddler.
Whoa.
It's an all-star cast of superheroes / villains. And yeah, it's just a good crime movie. Liam Hemsworth, or what's his name? Chris.
Liam Hemsworth?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
The less famous one. No.
Is he?
No. He's a thief, I guess, and he steals from things that are insured. Kind of like nobody gets hurt type thing. But things go wrong. Yeah, real good movie.
Okay. And
what else? Watched a TV show with your mom called His and Hers, 6-episode series.
I wanted to see that.
Yeah, that's got John Barenthal in it. And
yeah.
Great show because it's got probably the best twist in the history of TV show miniseries twists. It's just really good.
Okay.
Yep. And then I've started reading Project Hail Mary.
Oh, nice.
Because I loved The Martian. In fact, I watched The Martian just to get ready for getting in the mindset of Project Hail Mary. So I watched that movie just at home here and started reading Project Hail Mary. And so far, it does not disappoint. It's a good story. And I've had this audiobook about a month or so. And it's been on my list of things to start reading. But then with the movie date showing up like in less than a month, I figured I better hurry up on it. And then I also saw a social media post from Josh Gad, friend of the podcast.
What? We wish.
I just randomly throw that in every now and then just to see if you're paying attention. A post from Josh Gad saying that this is one of his favorite books. And he saw the movie. I guess he saw a preview of it or something, or a screener. And he said that they did an amazing job converting the book into a movie, which he thought would be impossible.
Wow. And
as I'm reading it, I'm thinking, yeah, this would be very impossible because the majority of the book so far is just in his head. And it's just him talking to himself, which I guess The Martian also,
yeah, he's alone up there.
He's alone in Mars, so there was a lot of, what do they call it, introspection, or...
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess the key to that one was talking to the video journal thing, so it'll be interesting to see how they do this in this movie.
My question for you is, how did Josh Gad go see that movie when he got by the doorman?
I haven't.
You haven't seen that part.
I haven't seen
of
that part
Wonder
enough.
Man yet.
Nope.
But that was like part of their, I guess marketing was, "Where's Josh Gad?
That's funny.
He's been missing."
Well, maybe during his time missing, he got a chance to watch some DVD screeners.
Maybe, but you've got to keep watching Wonder Man. I swear, it's like the best show that Marvel's made.
That's good.
Maybe ever.
I'll have to jump back into it. But yeah, other than that, video game wise, I think I showed you a picture of a YouTube video that I was doing on Virtual Boy, and that's a new accessory for the Nintendo Switch that basically turns your Switch into the old Virtual Boy console from the 90s.
What is a Virtual Boy?
It was like the first VR headset that Nintendo made.
Huh? How did I not know this ever existed?
It was not very popular, and it only had, I think, 14 games total, and
Was one of them Mario?
They were red and black, and they caused extreme headaches and eye strain.
Oh.
So it's more of a nostalgia piece than anything else. But it was kind of neat to see how they revived the thing. I'm sure it's only marketed at old gamers like me who either wanted to relive a part of their gaming history or, live a part of gaming history that they never had, which I never had one of these. They were really expensive. And, as I said, not critically acclaimed. But that's about it for me. So let's start talking about Wolverine and Kitty Pryde, which is another mini-series that, as far as I can tell, and I'll ask you if you think the same thing. So there was in 1984, there was a Kitty Pryde and Wolverine miniseries, 6-issue miniseries, which I have in my collection. But it looks like this just follows that like right away. So
yeah,
so this must be
seems.
Set in 1984 or something.
Written by friend of the podcast, Chris Claremont.
That's right. Yeah, I noticed
partial
that.
Friend.
I noticed that, and after seeing his speech there at GalaxyCon last year, I know how proud he is of this character.
Yeah.
So it's neat that he came back, because I don't think he's been writing for Marvel recently.
He had a lot of things to kind of say about recent Marvel, I think. I think
Right.
he has some opinions.
Yep. We won't share those opinions on this podcast.
No. Go see him at a convention if you want to hear those opinions.
But
I'm sure he's traveling.
But that completely makes sense that this would take place before any of that happened. So this story just picks right up in 1984, I guess, maybe.
I do have a little bone to pick about that, though.
Okay.
Because I've noticed this in some of the comics that I've been collecting recently. Like the Emma Frost comic that it was a limited run from a couple months ago. It was also like, here's what happened after or during this other X-Men run from years ago. So I don't know, it seems like maybe there's like a lot of that happening. And I don't know if they're running out of ideas or
they're just piggybacking ideas on already solidified stories.
Yeah, I don't know, like maybe make some new characters or find some old characters that you can, I don't know. Come on, Marvel. Pick up the pace. Get in the game.
Yeah.
I don't want some 30-year-old reuse plot. Give me some new stuff.
Yeah, your biggest competitor, DC, is working on their 4th character. And I couldn't name who that is. There's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and there's
Green Lantern.
Oh, okay. So they got more than 4. They've got the Wonder Twins also.
No, I mean they're doing a lot of stuff. Like I think there's a Moonstar. What's her name? Danny Moonstar.
That's from the New Mutants.
Yeah, there's a new run of her coming out, and I think it's probably going to follow what happened in Magic.
Okay.
But they are doing some new stuff, I will say, but come on.
Yeah, maybe they're just tailoring this to, again, old dudes like me that read the original series, and
yeah,
they can kind of have fun, showing the side stories of things. But
reboot Dazzler again. Thank you Goodbye.
There you go.
Rant over.
But I thought it'd be fitting, and before we talk about this actual comic, to just talk about Kitty Pryde a little bit.
Okay.
I'll start off with you. Before reading this, what is your whole experience of Kitty Pryde in the Marvel Universe?
X-Men, The Last Stand.
Okay. So that was when she was actually, she was in the first two as a cameo, but that's the first one that she had a storyline.
Yeah.
Okay. Played by Elliot Page.
Yes.
Yeah. So besides that, anything else? Did Kitty Pryde pop up on your radar in any games or anything? She's not in Marvel Rivals, right?
No, she's not in Marvel Rivals. I know that she has her pet dragon. The pet dragon's in Marvel Rivals on one of the maps.
Okay.
But that's really all I know about her, is that she was in the X-Men movies, and she somewhere got a dragon.
Yeah, it's actually an alien.
Oh, okay.
It's an alien that looks like a dragon.
Cool.
And they're psionically attached to each other. So,
which I think could be a cool kit in a video game.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't go wrong with having a pet dragon. Or
add her after you add Dazzler, though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But Kitty Pryde came in to the comics, obviously in the X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, issue number 129, created by John Byrne, artist, and Chris Claremont, the writer. So they brought her into the X-Men. John Byrne said that she was kind of named after or influenced by a girl that he knew in art school. And I guess her last name was Pryde. And he said he really liked that name. And I think he asked her at the time, hey, if I ever make comic books, can I use your name? And this girl said, sure. So that's so cute. That's how the name Pryde comes up. Now, the character itself is Jewish, and admittedly doesn't have necessarily a very Jewish name, but thanks to this girl from art school, that's why she doesn't have a very Jewish name.
Hey, anyone can be any religion they want.
That's right. I think her grandfather's name was Prydeson or something like that. But I don't know if that's any better. And then he modeled the original drawing of her after a very young Sigourney Weaver, an adolescent Sigourney Weaver. So that's what she was meant to resemble. She
kind of gives Millie Bobby Brown in this comic, 11.
Yeah.
Which fits, I think, the Sigourney Weaver vibes.
Sure. But she came in, like I said, in X-Men number 129. And by the time she gets to issue 139, she's like a full-fledged member. And she is one of the main characters in the Days of Future Past storyline, which is 2 episodes later. 2 issues later. I
forgot that movie existed. Yeah, she's a big part in that movie.
Yeah, so within I guess a year of showing up in the X-Men or showing up in the comics altogether as a 13-year-old girl, she becomes one of the most important characters in that storyline. Because she's able to bring, she can't teleport someone back in time, but she can teleport the consciousness back in time or whatever.
Yeah.
And in the comics,
How
she does that.
How is that any similar to going through walls?
She's very strong. She's got a lot of powers. But I guess, and it's not her, it's her 30-year future self. So something can happen.
Oh.
Right? 30 years in the future, she does that. She has that power. And she does that in the comics to save Senator Kelly, save his life from some mutants. And he's the senator in the movies and comics that was very anti-mutant.
Yeah.
But yeah, very important. Along the way, she had that mini-series in 1984, Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. And that was her coming-of-age story, where just preceding this story here, she's kidnapped. She is basically sonically imbued with the history of all martial arts fighting styles into her brain.
Whoa.
So she's turned into a super weapon. And then Wolverine saves her or something. But at that point, because she becomes basically a mutant ninja, like assassin, and she's used as an assassin, she doesn't think that she should have her cute little name of Kitty Pryde, and she starts using the name Shadowcat.
Oh.
So at that point, she is not the young little girl anymore. She's now a young woman. And just to give you an idea of where she sits in the scheme of things, and she's got a lot of storylines we don't need to worry about. But one thing I did find interesting in Wikipedia, there is a section called Accolades. And this is where the types of magazines that we like to find these lists on and sometimes, comment on the lists. In 2022, Screen Rant ranked Kitty Pryde number 1 in their top 10 X-Men characters ranked by likability.
Oh.
But 6th in their top 10 X-Men ranked in fighting skills.
Interesting.
So think about the X-Men, and there's a lot of them, and think about how she sits on that list. That's pretty good. And some of the other lists,
she's beating a lot of people.
I guess 1 year earlier, Screen Rant ranked her number 1 in the 10 strongest X-Men. So,
that's stronger than Jean Grey?
I guess. I don't know.
The movies will not tell you that.
All because she can walk through walls.
Jean Grey.
But yeah, she's got the ability to, phase through solid objects is her main ability. And there was actually a physicist, like a real life one, not in the comics, a physicist who explained how she does it.
Oh.
Yeah, using quantum phasing or something like that. I forget what it's called.
Wow.
But he did a whole study on how she could actually do it.
Now, how is her power different from Vision's?
Vision can alter his density. So he can go really, really, really dense or not very dense at all. Oh.
Okay.
That doesn't probably answer your question.
To the normies, they have the same power.
Right.
I guess he can pack a pretty powerful punch if he increases his density.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, that's Kitty Pryde. Big history in a lot of different teams. She was in Excalibur when she thought the X-Men was dead. And, she's been all over the place. Now, one of the things that I was reading up on in the early days of when she was deciding if she wanted to join the X-Men or the Hellfire Club, because that's two logical choices, and her parents are helping her make this decision. Like, how does that happen?
Every teenager goes through their biggest decisions ever. You're gonna be a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah, but like mom and dad are like, Emma Frost has a really nice school up in Massachusetts, but this bald dude...
She's really rich.
This bald dude's got one in upstate New York. Which should we go with?
Let's go visit the campuses.
And they did. But in the process of that storyline, the X-Men some of the X-Men get kidnapped by the Hellfire Club.
Oh.
And then she has to call the X-Men and get some of them to show up, which was like Nightcrawler, Colossus, and I think Dazzler. And they helped rescue the X-Men. And as I was reading that, it sounded a lot like when we were doing a Dazzler episode.
Yeah, when Cyclops shows up to the club to go get Dazzler. No, I think they were mentioning this. Yeah. They said, thanks for helping us get Shadowcat or something.
Right. So yeah. I think that was in that same X-Men 140 era, probably.
Okay. Dazzler mentioned. Bring her back.
That's right. That's why I picked this storyline.
The one that doesn't include Dazzler.
Right.
The one where they're randomly in Japan for some reason.
Yeah, so that's kind of a quick little history bioptic of who Kitty Pryde is. And now, let's talk about this comic, because it's going to be kind of hard because it does reference the comics, the 6 issues that we didn't read, 40 years ago.
Yeah. But I remember when we listened to Chris Claremont talk, this is like his like baby. This was like his favorite run, I think, that he wrote. Is what he was saying.
Yeah, I think so.
Because he loved talking about Japan. He loved talking about this Kitty Pryde
and the
stuff.
whole coming of age part of it. I think. There's some don't read the Wikipedia section on old British and American writers kind of looked at her as the girl next door. It gets a tiny bit creepy. but it's kind of hard not to assume that that's part of it, because she is like everybody's little sister in X-Men.
Yeah. Like,
she gets taken under the wing of several characters. She has a crush on Colossus, and is best friends with his sister, and big old gruff Logan, who isn't nice to anybody, is nice to her.
Oh yeah. In Marvel Rivals, some of the characters have little, from lack of a better term, labubus that that they can like equip to their like little gun buddies, or they sit on their armor or whatever. And Magic's little buddy is Kitty Pryde.
That's cool.
Yeah. So she gets a little Kitty Pryde labubu.
Nice. All right, so setting up this story, it's basically saying Kitty Pryde was kidnapped by Ogun, the psychic assassin. And he captured her, trained her with, like I said, all these martial arts skills. Basically, just put them in her brain and transformed her into a private assassin. But then Wolverine killed the evil Ogun, freeing Kitty, and that's where we pick up the end of the original miniseries and the beginning of this one in Tokyo, Japan.
Nice.
So talk us through what's going on there.
So she's got to learn how to use all these powers now, because now that she's not fighting for Ogun, she's no longer his like slave. She's still got to learn how to harness them for herself. At least that's what Logan's trying to get her to do, and her dad, for some reason, is like, yeah, learn this martial arts. Yeah, do it. So she's fighting some of these, I don't know, friends that Logan has in Japan, and they're all living together. It's all a happy, happy time. But she's a sassy teenager and doesn't want any of it.
Right. And that's her dad there also, right?
I think so. I think in the green.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't know why he's there.
Well, I think he was what got her there, right? She followed him to Japan. I don't know what he's doing there, but that's how they got there, I guess.
Okay. But yeah, but she's got like a Hannah Montana situation going, where she wants to be a normal schoolgirl. She wants to have friends. They say that she doesn't have anyone her age at the X-Men school. They're all, I guess, a lot younger than her. They're all like a lot older than her, because they're all X-Men.
Right.
There's like not a lot of kids. So she really just wants to go to school, and Logan's like, you gotta train. You gotta do this.
Right. With great powers comes great responsibility, I think is what he said.
Exactly, yeah. Wolverine said that.
Uncle Logan.
Suck it up, bub. You gotta do this. But yeah, and then we have a little fight scene when she goes off to school. We've got some very originally named characters here.
What's up with
Kill, his friend Snare, and their friend Getaway.
Right.
So
Kill is the big brawny guy who's attacking people. Snare is the person that's catching people with like a grappling hook arm. And Getaway is the dude that's
shoving them in a van.
Shoving them in a van and driving away. Come on, Chris. You can do better than that.
Unlucky for them, Kitty Pryde's ready and can just grab that kid and walk out the truck.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, okay, bye. Got the kid now. See you later.
It's kind of hard to capture someone when they have that ability.
Yeah. Then we get Wolverine jumping in to, I wouldn't say save the day, but help save the day. They're all kind of pulling their weight, including Kitty Pryde's friend, and I googled this a little bit. Wolverine's like adopted daughter.
Yeah.
He's got a lady friend in Tokyo or whatever part of Japan they're in, and it's like I looked it up. They're like on the down low because you know what girlfriends are like for superheroes. They get targeted. Spider-Man can tell you that one.
Yeah.
So they cool it, but they have a daughter together. So
and that was is it Mariko or something like that?
Mariko's the girlfriend.
Right.
And then Amiko is the girl.
Do you think Mariko is the same one that was in the movie, the X-Men Origins movie? Okay.
Yeah. And then the person fighting her at the beginning is Yukio, I think, who is the one that's in Deadpool.
All these names.
Yeah. So a lot of familiar faces from the movies. A little bit, but
yeah, it's always neat.
It's almost as if the movies are based on these comics or something.
And then to celebrate, I guess, a successful fight, they're kind of watching it on. Now this part doesn't completely track the 1984 timeline because they've got like a 400-inch TV in their little skyscraper. But it is pixelated, so it could be old-fashioned.
They're a crime family.
Yeah. They give out some gifts to Kitty Pryde and to Miko for helping save the day. So Miko gets a little suit of armor like thing because she has no powers, so they want her to be protected. And then Kitty gets like an X-Men uniform.
Yeah.
Which isn't her iconic black and gold, but it is, I guess, time appropriate, blue and gold.
Yeah. And it looks like it would fit in Japan.
Yeah. So this is going to go on for, I guess, 5 issues of this. So we get kind of stuck on a little cliffhanger of them ending up in the snow somewhere and having to fight some kind of snow samurai. But I guess we won't know what's happening with that.
We do get a little bit of a lore drop from Kitty's dad. I guess he fought in some war with Charles Xavier.
Oh yeah, that was kind of neat.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're like showing a side of Charles Xavier that's a little like selfish, that I feel like the movies don't really hint at that much. 'Cause like Charles like takes away his memories of the pain and stuff, and is like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna restore those memories at some point," and then he doesn't do it until he's like, "You've got a mutant daughter. I want her."
Right.
Give me your daughter. Let me train her.
After he drafted my mutant daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
For his school and his damn X-Men.
Sounds like maybe he was leaning towards the Brotherhood or whatever.
Hey, honey, maybe we should go with this pretty blonde lady. I think we should send our daughter to that school, not this bald guy who I fought with in Vietnam/Korea/World War II, whichever one it was.
Even though he saved my life.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I don't like him. Yeah, so it's a pretty good story so far. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'd prefer some more original stories, but this is cool for now.
Yeah, it's kind of a...
take what you get.
It's got a good nostalgia kick to it.
Yeah.
Knowing that Kitty Pryde has gone on to a lot of storylines, it's kind of neat to see her in her infancy as a rising superhero, I guess, if you will.
Yeah. They do have a lot of, like, ongoing X-Men comics right now, though, that are, like, current era. Because we've got, like, Rogue and Storm and Psylocke. We've got a couple of them showing up. So they're not lacking on the X-Men front.
No.
By any means.
Gotta milk that cow.
Yeah. And I think, being in this era where we have more of the iconic characters around, like Charles and everyone who are all dead in the current comics, I think it's probably easier to make money off of stuff like this.
Sure.
Than off of hey, Rogue is running some X-Men school in New Orleans, and Cyclops has some X-Men school in Alaska. What? How'd we get here? I don't know. Just give them some Wolverine. They'll buy it.
Maybe the whoever owns the rights to those Star Wars movies can learn from that. And just give us back some Luke and Darth.
Well, then they'll have to do reboots, and I don't know if people want that.
Yeah. Don't have to do reboots. I guess they are going into that timeline with some of the movies and TV shows, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, good story. I have to put it on my list of things to finish up, which I never seem to get to, but always have intentions of. And we'll have to fill in little Danny with what we learned about kitties.
Right.
I guess that's going to wrap it up for this episode. What do you think, Amber?
Sure.
All right. So let us know if you've read any of the Kitty Pryde books, either the ones from 40, 50 years ago or the current ones. Let us know what your favorite Kitty Pryde storyline was. And tell us why it's Days of Future Past.
And let us know how badly you want Dazzler in Marvel Rivals.
That's right. Sign the petition. It's under hashtag Dazzler needs to be in MarvelRivals.com.
You may be surprised, but I'm not the only one saying this. A lot of TikToks I see, a lot of people want her in the game. So.
That's how they get you.
We have disco skins for a lot of characters.
They're going to dangle that carrot for a while, I bet.
Yep. Anyways, off track again.
All right. So that's going to wrap up this episode. Reach out to us on our socials or podcast@familygeekery.com. Tell us what you think. And other than that, check out our YouTube channel. See that weird virtual boy thing I was talking about? That video just posted today. And we thank you as always for listening. Until next time, peace out.
Peace out.
And
geek out.
Thank you for listening to the Family Geekery podcast. For more information, visit www.familygeekery.com. Don't forget to subscribe at your favorite podcast provider. And until next time, peace out and geek out.